What's up? I'm Kevin, the Nincompoop Scoop. This is
Lester, and this is our new
I'm Seth.
person
he's
for now.
filling in. We'll see how he does. I might die after just having to take all the freaking medicine I had to take.
With
but,
Crush.
Crush! All illness. I've been sicker than a dog these past few days. Okay, so short episode today. I'm gonna start normal. Let Lester do some. He's just gonna talk out of his ass about board games because.
Well, I don't have a board game, but it's more like an update for upcoming card game players. For if you ever play Card Fight Vanguard or if you play White Schwartz, for this month.
Like Schwartz, let the Schwartz be with you.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
But it's not about
No.
that. It's not
No.
Spaceballs.
No.
I got really excited.
This month we're getting an extra booster for Nisekoi. Comes out on my birthday, August 19th. Happy birthday to me.
Don't worry, guys. I'll make him send me a text on how to spell this shit because I don't know what he's saying half the time.
It's okay. Basically, it's just an extra booster for already previous booster pack thing.
So it's a card game.
Yeah, it's a
Compared to
trading card game. That's all it is. Like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
which one's it most like? Like what would you compare it most to? Or is this one actually pretty original?
Magic.
It's like Magic.
It's like magic.
Yeah, it's almost like Magic.
Talk up, man. Don't hesitate. Jump in there. Shit, if Lester's too stupid, you can talk for him.
Yeah, I'm too stupid for my own good. He knows it too.
I know two things about Lester. He's got a small penis, and he gets embarrassed really easy.
Not just being Asian.
Culture check. Somebody. Culture check.
Technically, I'm not Asian. I'm Pacific Islander.
We don't know if that's a rule or not, but okay. Moving on.
Moving on, anyways. So that's coming out this August. If you guys are interested, check that out. For all your new people in Wise, I probably might just do a little preview of how to actually play the game.
I told him, I yelled at him through Facebook, because you can yell, that he needed to post more about this stuff, because I find a lot of these games interesting. I read about that Catan game, or Catan, however you say it.
Or you want to pronounce it.
And I seriously challenged Will Wheaton to a battle of it. I was like, you know what? Because he has this tabletop games.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally on Twitter challenged him. I was like, my group, your group, Catan, let's do this right now. It just looks like a lot of fun. And it looks like you can build it up to where instead of 3 to 4 players, you could have up to 6 to 8 players depending on how many expansions. And stuff
Yeah,
have.
it adds 2 more players.
And there's a bunch of expansions for it too.
There's about, I think there's maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think 3 or 4 is what I was reading.
Yeah.
So
that's what at least from what I saw.
that was the game we talked about last week. It's a fun game. Check it out. It's
really fun. My girlfriend and sister are very competitive in it.
It kind of makes me think of Civ, the video game Civ, but board game, because you're kind of building up the roads and you're trying to beat people to yeah. So if you like the Civ games, it's something to sit down, and it doesn't take long to play.
No, it doesn't take long to play. Just a while to set up.
I want you to set up.
The setup is just what the time
It
cover
looked
is.
really fun to me. I think I definitely would want to play that sometime. Maybe we'll set up the camera and set something up here.
I'll probably see if I can borrow it from my sister's boyfriend. Yeah.
We're gonna do it. Yeah, I mean, he can come play. That's fine. Seth's coming.
I'm the best.
The best.
Around.
No one's ever gonna want to keep him down. The best. Okay. Enough of that.
But anyways, that's Booster. Yeah. For Card Fight Vanguard, the one I mainly play. Apparently, there's going to be another booster called Token Rambu Online, which is basically derived from a Japanese dating sims game.
Those are actually getting pretty freaking popular.
What?
Like the Japanese dating sim games,
Visual novels.
There's they have, and then there's even the 3DS games now for it.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of games for that.
Yeah.
So
I saw it in the Nintendo store. I was like, oh god, I'm going to stay away from this.
And it's funny, the people, it's everybody I see playing it. I was in GameStop the other day. I know a lot of you hate GameStop. I don't know why, but I was in GameStop.
I hate GameStop. I don't hate GameStop.
No. A lot of people do. I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just. It's
Dang.
it's Satan's. I don't know.
Satan's butthole.
Probably
It's
just
trade-in.
because the trade-in value.
The trade-in, they want your soul.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Is
It's mainly just the trade-ins, isn't it?
you give me your arm, I'll give you my pinky. Kind
You
of
get
swap out.
$10.
Yeah, So
$50 game. $2.
Yeah, like I mean that's the only problem. But everybody knows about that.
But
so,
that's just marketing. They can't give you full price.
but I was in there and like 2 people were literally playing it, and there's a girl. I mean, she probably I'm guessing high school age. She had glasses.
Oh no!
Straight up nerd, and which we're nerd culture. We're cool with that. We're it's not an insult anymore. But the guy that was playing had a freaking Lamar Letterman's jacket on.
Cool.
And I talked to him about it. I was kind of like, "What are you playing?" I can't remember the name of it for the life of me because it was a Japanese name, obviously. And I was I wasn't like writing shit down.
Full on.
Hold on.
That name in Japanese.
Oh shit! Can you spell that? Hold on. Let me pull the cartridge out. No, don't worry about it. But and it was so this guy obviously even if it's cross country, he's an athlete. I mean.
Good gracious.
I mean,
fit man right there.
I can't run around this room, let alone cross country. So,
anyways, dating sims,
yeah, like they're really catching on, and I don't know if it's
Steam has a lot of those too. Actually,
and I noticed it on Steam. I was going to mention that. It seems like a lot of people that are getting into it is like white people, or not even white people, white culture wants to see Japanese culture.
Culture check.
Yeah, like culture check. please tell me that's okay to say. But it's like we want to like we almost think that's really how Japanese people date. Like
No.
there are some wild fucking restaurants in Japan. Like some of the theme restaurants are pretty. Like, I want to go to Japan so bad.
Just for the restaurant?
I mean, just because it's fucking Japan.
Just in general.
Like if Ashley ever has a chance to get stationed there, bye guys. I'll do my show with some people that don't speak English.
They're gonna be so lost, and it's like I got replaced by 2 Asian people, 2 Japanese people. That's not right.
And they're not Pacific Islanders; they're really Asian.
And they're like,
2 more Asians.
Miss Asians, yeah, right. And I'm just, anyways. Updates on some games that are coming out this month. That interested you. That looked interesting. I don't know.
So
Galgun really.
Galgun is like the most interesting thing I've seen so far because in Japan, I've seen like one person play it on a podcast like many moons ago, and they were like, "Yeah, you have like it's light gun shooter game." Well, for us, I guess we just have like a little controller because we don't have the light guns.
Yeah.
So you're just basically shooting girls and they orgasm and shit, and then just like, what is this game?
Western needs XL to be the only orgasm he ever gives a girl.
I was like, what is this game?
I couldn't even get that out. Like I was just thinking the whole time you're wanting to talk about this, I just wanted to say that one joke, and it's not even that funny. Like I just want to say that's the only orgasm you'll ever get.
That's the only orgasm I'll ever get from any girl.
All right, so that's the show today. No.
All right,
that's all I want.
End it right there.
Whoa,
Good gal,
man!
Check it out. Unfortunately, it is only for the PS4 and not for the Xbox One. As surprisingly as a shooter game,
Yeah, that's weird. But
only for the
Sony own it? Like, is it a Sony product?
Probably is a Sony product. If not, probably just not going to be for the Xbox. Because I know like Japan is mildly against Xbox,
or especially now. Like with the 360, it didn't seem like the hate was brewing. The
Xbox did not do well in.
I think they're just tired of Western culture. Like, to us, we accept that Japanese culture. I think they're tired of us pushing our shit on them.
Probably.
And Microsoft is white man impression, I shouldn't do that. Culture check. Tell me if that's all right.
Culture check.
Any black fans out there, tell me if I'm allowed to do that. I can't do that?
I'm pretty sure everyone can.
If you have
I'll
to
double
ask,
up.
If you have
Double
to ask
up.
the black people, it's probably not right.
Oh no, we're going to spiral.
Shit. We just went from 5 fans to 3.5. God damn it.
Well, where'd the half go? Was it a
I
Siamese twin? Or?
I was just hoping it was like a black midget or something.
Oh.
If we're gonna fucking offend people, let's offend people.
We're offending
Is
now.
midget even the word anymore?
Little person.
Little person?
Apparently.
The little people.
I like that show.
The little people.
They got divorced, so sad.
Oh no.
The roll-offs.
Oh no.
Broken heart. Anyway, okay.
Anyways, Gun Gal, yeah. Also,
what is this corpse party? I think
I was gonna get to that.
But I like zombies, and I can't help it.
Corpse Party actually does not deal with zombies.
Son of a bitch!
Actually, but it's more like a horror game. for the 3DS, which I'm actually surprised it's coming out here in America. For
Like,
the 3DS.
is it Resident Evil Revelations type
No,
horror?
it's more like a mystery dungeon crawling solving game, but it has a really huge deep story.
I'm trying to think of that old game where you just had the camera.
Oh, you mean
Japanese
Fatal
horror.
Frame?
Yeah, kind of like that.
No.
Really?
No.
I guess I can't picture it unless it's something like a fucking JRPG minus fighting.
Yeah, it is JRP minus fighting, but like the thing is, you have to run away from like I'm a malice ghost that try to kill you. There is a NPC that actually goes around killing people. Actually, I don't know which version this one's gonna be because the other one would seem like it was a dating type where you go from frame to frame to frame to frame to frame. That's supposed to like doing a dungeon crawling.
Now, is this based off of anime? Or not an anime, a manga?
No, it's based off of the original game on the PSP.
There was a PSP game for it.
Yeah.
I knew it was.
Well,
I knew
I
there
think-
was something before.
I think it was a PC game, Windows 97.
Whoa.
It might have been that era, but like it's Japan. But like it's really old.
I was
It's
playing
really
that
old.
Brick Breaker game Breakout. That was my game in the late 90s, man.
Well, like yeah, I don't know which one this Corpse Party is gonna be about because right now they did in Japan they had like 5 games, and I don't know if this DS game is actually gonna be our first game to actually dabble in.
So almost kind of like what they did with Final Fantasy, how they skipped a couple games for
Yeah,
us.
I don't know if this one's actually gonna be like the original Corpse Party where you actually do like the little dungeon crawl, go to different rooms and solve problems and stuff. But it does have like a lot of shit.
3DS outrage real quick. Professor Layton
You
isn't
just
in the
killed
next game.
Aquaman!
You can't kill Arthur Curry. Aquaman is the best of the Justice League. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Plus, this thing's just cool as hell. I mean, look at that beard.
Not even a trident, it's a quadrant.
I don't know what that's about, but maybe he's a
Three wasn't enough.
maybe he's a Jew.
Oh no!
Like he was Jewish.
Culture check!
No,
No, we ain't going there? Alright, never
Well,
mind.
okay. I guess I can't go there.
if we can
Anyways.
say Jew, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, we can say Jew.
We can't.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I was like, wait, we can't.
We can or we can't?
No,
What's
Jew's
going
okay.
on?
Jew's okay. Jew's okay.
Alright, 3DS.
Okay. Professor Layton, I don't think he's in the next game. It's a new protagonist and it's some young gal. And it's like, I don't give a shit that it's a young gal, but it's called Professor Layton. It's like, do you have to go find him now? Fuck that, man.
I was gonna say either you find him or he is the villain. He's like, fuck this game!
Like, you just blew my mind. If Professor Layton's the bad guy,
Like, the reason why all these puzzles that you have to go through was all set up by
I will be
Professor Layton.
so happy. Like, do that. Like, seriously, take his idea and do it. Do it.
He is the
Brilliant
criminal.
idea. Like, I want Ace Attorney? No,
Ace Attorney did stop being about Phoenix Wright.
it did.
Yeah, it did stop being about Phoenix Wright and became like some other person. Well, like that was only for like 2 games, and then brought Phoenix Wright back.
Oh, but didn't they have like it was Ace Attorney, Dr. Layton like crossover?
Yeah,
or
they
something like
did
that?
do a crossover.
Did
They did do a crossover.
I think I need to play that game. Sounds like it'd be fun. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, I just had to bitch about the new Professor Layton game. If you don't like puzzle games, you probably don't know what it is anyway.
I like puzzle games, but I don't like going around different screens and do puzzles like.
I'm a completionist. I'm playing Brave Exvius, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius on my phone,
Yes, I know.
and it's badass. It's a fun game, kick-ass game, and the fighting, it's just so much fun. You gotta try it, but like every little town you go to has side quests, and like,
Your completionist side.
and it kills me because on a phone you have a limit stamina, and you gotta let it rebuild, and then you gotta, and it's just like.
God damn it! I don't want to wait 24 hours for a full.
And I
stamina.
ain't spending $4.99 on some crystals to reset my stamina. That's not happened, Square Enix. You're never gonna get my. You always get my money. I got the special edition Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I probably would have done the exact same thing too if I went on my limit.
Yeah, I definitely got the special edition.
Anyways, back to what I was.
Which, by the way, go on the website. I did a huge blog for Final 15,
Final 50.
Final Fantasy 15, and the whole world for that. It looks so badass and awesome and great. Check it out.
Alright, since I talked about Titans basically Attack on Titans, Attack Kill.
Well,
Giants,
tell
obviously.
people about what Attack on Titan is. Some people may not know.
Attack on Titans is probably the most shittiest anime and manga I've ever seen and read.
And I love it.
Debatable.
So we got the iffy. We got the 1 star. Wouldn't recommend it.
No, we got the 1 scoop.
1 scoop.
Just throw
We got the
sides
2
to it.
scoop. Who's in? I'm a 3 scooper. I think everybody would love just slicing the head off giant.
I think a lot of people would, but like,
except for they love.
hey guys.
It's like, and they don't, why don't, and if they're giant monsters, why don't they have penises? Like they're all human form, but no penis. There's like
there's no penis, no vagina, no. They have an ass.
they have boobs too, right?
There's actually an episode, I remember that, just like, man, that giant's got a big ass. I was like,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, I remember one of the episodes they talk about the ass. Like,
Oh wow.
but season 2 is coming out for that pretty soon, I think.
In America?
No,
2017.
Or
no, 2017. It's
Around
before
that.
it's gonna get up. Before we're gonna get it. So
yeah, but anyway, I'm pretty sure the game is just basically you pick a character, you become that guy. Woo, shh, swing, woo, shh, swing. That's about it.
So Attack on
I'm
Titan.
pretty sure they might have like some side missions,
So-
like go save that or go occupy this area.
I will save your mother. Too late.
So the reason I
No, Aaron.
The reason I probably like Attack on Titan is because I am an end of the world type of guy. I always like post-apocalyptic stuff, and this is about these giant.
It's not even post-apocalyptic.
It is though. It is because they're all stuck in these rings,
It's it
and
might,
if you go
I
outside,
don't know, that's pretty debatable. I think this is debatable for post-apocalyptic.
Maybe not post-apocalyptic, but apocalypse is pretty much upon them.
it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening upon them
Okay,
right
okay.
now.
Okay, so we will say apocalyptic. They live in these rings, and the walls get bigger and bigger as these titans get bigger, and
not to mention, like they're in like an alternate world,
right.
like an alternate Earth, because apparently all the culture collaborated into one huge.
Yeah,
community.
you can tell like some characters are from Germany from like their facial
Yeah,
expressions, so-
and definitely because like you have the Aryan with the blonde hair, blue eyes, and then you have the Asian culture with like
brown
And then Annie,
hair.
who looks extremely Russian. Stuff like
yeah,
that.
the like, and she's a fucking badass, like all Russians are. Culture check? No, we're good. Okay. I don't fuck with Russians.
Is that the
man.
title now? Culture check.
Like, big shout out actually to PS I Love You XOXO and Kind of Funny Games. They're a big reason we're actually doing this. I've been watching them a long time, and they kind of do a funny little culture check. One of the guys, I think his name's Kevin or something like that too. Actually,
Another Kevin.
Kevin's are awesome. I can't remember the guy's name behind the
Especially
camera.
if they're bacon.
Yes, a world without bacon would be sad. But anyway, Attack on Titan. Big old giant humanoids are just killing off humans. We don't know where they came from, so we've been researching them. The only way to kill them
I think they
to
figured
take a
out how they
sword.
did it.
No spoilers.
Shh, you don't spoil nothing. To take a sword and
Why am I the subject?
I don't know.
You gotta go.
And
You're the weakest link.
you have to slice the back,
The nape of their neck.
like because if you just take off an arm or whatever, it all grows back. And
Yeah, they're
Does
Yeah.
it regenerate?
and the steam that comes out of the body, they're really, really hot. Like they give off, like if you get too close when you cut off part of their body, it'll actually burn you.
It just melts you.
Yeah. So,
Face melter.
is that all you want to talk about games coming out?
Well, Batman did get a Telltale game.
Oh, awesome! Yes, can't wait
So,
for that. Pretty
I
stoked.
don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be like the same thing as any Telltale game where you get to walk around, but like you have to pick an option to do your actions.
From what I read, it's one of the most open Telltale games there is. You're actually going to spend a lot of time as Bruce Wayne as well,
And not Batman.
which you'll be doing both. But yes, there are the button press, like when you meet Selena and
QTs.
Kyle. What do they call it again?
QTEs.
Yeah, quick time.
events.
And
I mean, I would assume so because that's what Telltale game does.
yes, and obviously, it's not what made them famous, but they made the Telltale The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But actually, there were a couple games. They had Jurassic Park and
Yeah,
Back to the Future before that, which actually are really good games. They just, for some reason, didn't sell as well. I think that zombie culture was just easier to kind of get the name
It's
out.
just way too easy.
Uh,
Zombies are a little bit way too easy to do, actually. I think they're way
I
too
disagree,
I think
but
they-
I will not punch him in the face over zombies. I got a huge old zombie tattoo. Which, by the way, the problem is he's coming out of the grave. That's a big no-no. Zombies, that's not how it works. But you know what? That's a Romero zombie. And Romero zombies break all the rules. Romero invented the zombie.
Oh, no.
Okay, we won't get into that because this will be a 5-hour long episode.
I'll bet it would be a 5-hour long episode.
By the way, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging with us. Our views have been kind of low, but they're getting up there. And we finally surpassed 150 members.
Did we pass 150?
Yes, we're at 152 now, which...
152!
That doesn't seem like a lot, but we've been barely doing this a month, and we've gone from
It's only
nothing.
been 3 weeks.
You know,
No, wait.
it's been 5 weeks. It's been just
No, wait. If we go by episodes,
this episode 5?
No, it's episode 6.
Is this episode 6?
So
Yeah.
we've been doing this for
We
6
went from a
weeks.
blank wall and to a really cool room that once we improve everything, you guys will be able to see a little bit more of it because we're going to show you some. It's really cool. I have a TV that's older than you. I looked at the date of creation.
Why would you look up the year?
1987. Here's why. My fucking LCD screen that's only 2 years old,
Yeah.
fucking up. This TV that plays my regular Nintendo games, 1987 by the way, works perfectly fine.
Good job.
Except if I don't have a remote for it, so I can't turn the channels. I can only play video games on it because it only goes to the channels that.
Yeah, it goes to channel 3.
97 because it has it's one of the first ones that had the red.
The pull end.
No, it's got the red, yellow, white.
Oh yeah, the RGBY.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I almost said LGBT.
I know what it is. I have a Sega. I had a
It's
PlayStation
almost
1.
like the same thing as the LGBT. Like you could choose to stick things in or not, or just rub things together. No.
Let's not go there.
Culture check. No.
No.
Okay. Come on, jump in, man. What do you want to have? Like any new games? What are you playing right now? Are there any games you're playing right now at the moment?
I guess a little bit of Overwatch, but nothing's really new on that.
We don't talk about Overwatch because we don't play it. So, what is obviously it's everybody loves it. What's the appeal of it opposed to like a Halo or a Call of Duty or something like that?
Well, for instance, Halo, it only has about 1 or 2 characters you're really drawn into, Arbiter and Master Chief. You're like, oh, these guys are awesome. They have a pretty cool backstory. Every character in Overwatch literally has their own YouTube video and a backstory for them. And they're all pretty badass. For example, one's like Soldier 76. He's pretty much clouded because he got screwed over by the system and a lot of people got murdered that he loved.
And there is a new female character
The
that
new female character, she
or is she not out yet?
She is out. She's
Okay.
completely out. She's not out. I think like 2 weeks. It's pretty old.
Yeah.
Recently old. And she's a support sniper. So she can pretty much...
So this is big on the you have your support, you have your like tanks, you have
you have offense, defense, tank, and
but it's
support.
not MOBA style. It's full on shooter.
It's pretty much straight up Call of Duty, but you unfortunately can't play like Call of Duty. You can't be like, you know what, I'm gonna go 19-4 and say I'm good at this game,
Right.
and then you lose, and you're like, well, what happened? Well,
Yeah.
it says check the payload, not check the enemy team's lives.
Yeah, it's actually about your teamwork.
Yeah.
Okay, that must be what I might have to check it out then. There was a YouTube video that came out. It was actually a commercial I've seen, like a blue dragon, like a guy that like controls dragons or something that's in the game.
So are you talking about Genji?
There's Genji and Hanzo. Hanzo's a sniper, and if he shoots from his bolt, which is like his ultimate, because every character has like an ultimate, if you shoot from the ultimate, he pretty much does whatever he says in some Asian language I honestly don't understand, sorry. But he pretty much shoots a huge dragon, and if the dragon hits you, it'll instant
That's
kill
what I'm
you.
talking about.
Yeah, that's all.
He was voted the top character for some reason. Like the top, like I don't know if it's because his backstory or
Well, Genji I know is very famous because he's a skill character, because he's pretty much a guy with a sword, and once you activate his ultimate, you have to go in
that's
against
like
people with bullets.
close combat shit.
Yeah, he has a deflecting attack, which deflects it too, but at the same time, like, you have to be on point, or you're gonna get shot down, and you're...
It's not something where it's just like a spinning blade.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm ready to sneak. It doesn't work like that.
Right. You're actually like making me want to check out Overwatch. Like, I've read so many things. It's the highest Metacritic, one of the highest ever Metacritic scores for
It's
any game.
Blizzard's best game by far, in my opinion.
And
I wasn't really a Warcraft fan. Didn't really get into that.
My wife loved World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I did play some of the older ones. I actually like Diablo. I am a fan of Diablo. But my friend Jake Elias, been one of my best friends since 7th grade, was a StarCraft guy. And I can't play StarCraft. I'm horrible at it, but I love watching people play it. Asians are fucking badass at StarCraft.
30 buttons, that's all?
It's like fucking
30 buttons, I got this.
See, and
Third hand coming out of nowhere.
what system is Overwatch on?
It's on
It's on
Xbox
both.
One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Unfortunately, there isn't crossplay, but the developers said they're looking into it.
I'm sure Microsoft will probably set up a PC
Yeah.
cross.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it does
I
sound
would-
like I did read a rumor not too long ago where Microsoft and Sony are actually in discussion of possibly talking about
They want to do the crossplay.
crossplay.
They do want to do the crossplay, and the reason to do the crossplay is so Xbox lover and then PS4 lover and then go join them together to make one.
Arguments can
child.
finally stop.
Right. And here's the thing.
And then we're gonna blame lag.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, United States of America. You say this world's falling apart? If Sony and Microsoft can become one, the world will be good again. A tear almost came out.
And then they're
I was so serious.
And then we throw PC in there, and they're like, PC too good.
Fuck PC, guys. No.
PC mustard race.
I'm horrible at playing on computers. I just can't do it. Like my brother, I watch him play MOBAs and stuff, and like he's so fast at it, and I'm like,
Can't blame
where's the F? Oh shit! I just did the self-destruct button.
them.
No! You know, like I suck.
League of Legends ain't your game.
Oh fuck, man! I've never the only MOBA I ever played was the free one, Smite.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
And it was fun, but I'm just not good at it. I've never won a game on Smite out of 12 games. Lost every time.
It's
So-
hard in League, to be honest.
I felt like it was pretty hard from
Because in League,
watching
your auto
videos.
attacks are you just right click and it goes to them. In Smite, your attacks are actually skill shots. You have to line it up. Doesn't really make too much sense, obviously, but
I can't piss into
Yeah.
the toilet, right? So let alone fucking some
I swear,
snipe shot. Like,
if you said I couldn't shit in the toilet, I'm like,
shit-
what do you
shit in
do?
the
You
toilet.
stand?
Like it's on the back of the
so if you want to do that,
You know,
Oh,
they
yeah.
actually,
Standing
we're
up.
not going to teach people how to shit on here, but I almost gave you a lesson on how you're really supposed to poop. There's actually a poop stool. Look it up. It lifts your legs up.
Oh, I saw that one.
Have you
It's
seen
so
it?
stupid.
It's the unicorn commercial where it's pooping rainbow.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
and it's hilarious. It's a real fucking stool, man. Anyways, this is
Oh.
turning into one of my favorite episodes. Like, I'm having a lot of fun right now.
You're gonna give your sickness!
I'm still sweating like a freaking pig, but
Damn.
dude, I appreciate you just like sitting there laughing, and it makes me feel so good. Like somebody's laughing at me. So,
Someone is laughing
uh,
at me and not at my
would you like to maybe do this more often?
yeah, if I got the time, I'll come.
Okay, for sure.
We usually
We
do this on
usually do it on
Sundays.
Sunday night, and that will be until Walking Dead starts. Because I'm such a big Walking Dead fan.
Oh,
that
do you
Zombie
want-
fan.
We'll have to. Are you a pretty big fan of Walking
No, I
Dead?
just said you were a zombie fan, so that makes sense.
Yeah,
why you
yeah,
like
yeah.
Walking
And
Dead.
I actually,
My parents were really into
a
it.
lot
I
of
don't
people
understand
hate
it.
me because I actually like Fear the Walking Dead better than The Walking Dead.
That's your opinion.
Like,
That's their
You
opinion.
fear
too.
The Walking Dead?
Well, he likes Fear of the Walking Dead, no, not Walking Dead.
There's a show called
Fear.
it's a prequel. It's called Fear the Walking Dead, and it's actually goes from Patient Zero, and it's now in season 2. It's actually on the mid-season break right now.
Oh yeah, that's what they're on.
Because they did just like the original series. The first season was just 6 episodes because they wanted to see how it.
how it
did-
simmers.
By the way, did you watch Preacher? Like, did either of you guys watch Preacher, which is based off of a?
Is it on Netflix?
It's on AMC. It's also on AMC.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's
It's
a
a show.
TV show based off a comic book series.
I don't think I did.
It's hardcore. The season finale just happened, and it was awesome. So I'm sure it'll be on Netflix soon.
Probably.
I definitely recommend it once it's on Netflix to check out Preacher. AMC,
They got a lot of good shows.
to me, they are the best TV channel right now in America. Obviously, like The Walking Dead is on Fox in like some countries. Did
yeah,
you know that?
because they can't get some of the channels that we have.
Yeah.
Like how on BBC they got like different channels.
Oh, BBC just screwed a lot of people over for streaming content.
Yeah, that's true.
BBC
Fox.
stands for British Broadcast
Yeah,
Channel.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. It's the one that has Sherlock Holmes and Doctor Who and
Oh, they
there was a really one I got into for a little bit was Orphan Black.
I think I heard that one.
It's really cool. But BBC actually they do something that America can't stand for some reason. They do series for 1, 2, or 3 seasons, and they actually end it. And
But America,
with
we have
obviously
like 20.
without Doctor Who's a different story, but it does bring in new doctors, so they do change it a little bit each time. For instance, The Office, which is one of the best comedies, it was actually voted top 10 comedy of all time. In Britain, I think it was 3 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I think we made it to 10 seasons. And it's just, you've never watched it?
I heard about it, but like, I didn't think it'd be that long.
Yeah, it was on
Same
for
thing
a
with
long time.
same thing how like Family Guy is like on its 15th, 20th season.
And The Simpsons, you mean?
Well, no, the Simpsons. I heard like the Simpsons.
The
were
Simpsons
ending.
are on like 27. I think they have decided 30 is going to be the last season.
Yeah, they decided to like they're gonna drop it after 30 or something.
Yeah, and I think they're on 27. But Family Guy's also been canceled several times because of
all the content that they're doing though. But like,
what pisses me off is if you're such a fan that you're going to make a petition, and Jericho fans did this too, and Jericho's one of my all-time favorite shows. Make a petition that brings a show back. You should have been watching it when it was on TV, and then it wouldn't have got canceled. If 200,000 people was added to however many people were watching that show, and it would have even boosted the ratings 0.01, that would have shown that there was an increase, and you have a chance of having that show. I don't think Family Guy's proven that. For example, American Dad is now on TBS. It's okay. No worries. As long as you don't answer it. Unless she's really sexy, and then if she is...
Oh, yeah, Mom?
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't know. No, I do know.
You know his girlfriend?
It's my mom, man.
Mom.
No, I'm saying... Do you guys like know each other well enough?
Oh,
like you guys
yeah.
know each other's
Yeah, I know.
girlfriends and like
He doesn't know my girlfriends, but I know his.
I don't know.
oh.
I don't know any
I
of
didn't,
his.
I didn't know how long you guys knew each other because it seemed like you guys knew
Like
each
3
other.
years.
Well.
That's about it.
Yeah,
That's
he knew my sister, and then he knew me.
Had you done any of the like? Has he done any of those videos with you, or was that way before?
What videos?
Like your pretty cool videos that you showed.
Oh, you remember really lame high school videos?
Which, by the way, I would, if you don't mind, I would like to have you share those with our community.
Sure, I will.
Show some of your content because it's fun. It
That's
is.
only not like 7, 8 years old, 20 years, 10 years old.
I mean, that's fine. I think people enjoy that. I think they like seeing that we are not just doing this for no reason. That we had something inside of us before that brought us here. And we will. I do want to bring a little bit of news, because I'm
Snooze new?
snooze news.
Snooze new.
Snooze new.
Snooze
You
new.
want to snooze snooze?
You want snooze?
You want to snooze snooze? So my favorite Resident Evil game of all time is Resident Evil 0.
Yeah, I saw that they're gonna do remakes for 4 also. That's like not until like
They're doing a remake for 4?
yeah, for like it's either in October or November.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Because I was on Metacritic. They like showed dates and everything. Like, all right, let's see what's in August. Cool.
Yeah, like Resident Evil 0 passes 1.1 million sales the remaster, and I'm not one of those people. I didn't get the remaster yet, but
The remaster for the GameCube or like for the newer consoles.
They remastered it for, I believe it was for Xbox One and PS4.
Because I know the remaster was like. No, never mind. They never got a remaster in the GameCube one. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It is the GameCube one.
Is that the GameCube?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that wasn't a remaster. That was just a. That was
Resident
just
Evil 4, the one with Ashley.
Yes, it's the one with Ashley.
That's
and
the
Leon.
president's daughter, right?
Yeah,
That's my
Ashley and
favorite.
Leon.
Yeah, my brother really likes that one too.
Dude, you throw Ashley in the dumpster, and it's just so funny. Or you can use her to bait zombies. That's just so funny.
She has infinite life.
I really.
She's not infinite life, but you can give her armor that pretty much gives her infinite life.
She has armor. She has nothing but armor. Zombies. Oh God, Leon. That's okay. Let me just pick up these other guys behind me. Still alive? Pew. All right, let's go. That's it. That's what I got from Resident Evil 4 when I saw people play. It's like, oh, so you don't know.
Ashley OP. Ashley OP.
I was like, oh, so she's literally a meat shield at this point in the game that you could just like ignore her for like 5 minutes and like, oh, she's still alive. She's been like attacked by like six different zombies I don't think they're not even zombies. They're more like possessed parasites.
It's Resident Evil. Like it starts zombies, and obviously once it gets
Now
throughout
like,
the game, it's like holy crap, what is this thing?
it's like it just became like parasites at this time.
But in this remaster, it's pretty cool. You could like drop unwanted items, whereas before you had to like find a place to
Find
put
the treasure
it.
chest and
Yeah,
stuff.
you couldn't
Yeah, I know
just
that.
drop it. So,
I know the struggles of that one. That one's actually pretty stupid.
so there were definitely some improvements to it. But yeah, it's available.
Would
for
you buy
PlayStation.
Resident Evil 4 remastered?
Before remastered?
No, would you buy Resident Evil 4 remastered?
If it like, would you
Is
buy
it
the
actually gonna be
remaster?
Sony and stuff?
Probably.
I'm guessing there.
It's a remaster.
Heck
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you can't say that. Look at the Final Fantasy VII remaster. They're taking away turn-based. They're
That's what they do. That's what they say. Like, oh, we're taking
and
turn
it's
based.
and it's also going to be episodic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It's
It's gonna be like the original
Wait, is
disc
that-
idea.
is episodic like Halo Spartans episodic or
like Telltale games, like.
Oh, you gotta buy this one and then this one and then this one and then this one.
But the good news is each episode is a complete game. Like it's going to be
So we're basically playing like the disc versions then.
pretty much. That's
that's basically what they're
a great
doing.
way to put it. Great way
So
to
that's
put it.
what they're doing. It's just like you know that 3 discs that you bought back then in 1999. Guess what? Disc version is now just a downloadable version.
And if I from what I read, it actually seems like it's actually that's gonna allow it to be cheaper by them doing it by episodes. Because
Cheaper.
because each disc, for example, instead of paying $69.99 altogether, each disc that they put out, say if they do,
But we're at the point where like you can put like
4 discs.
yeah, but like we're at the point now where like we could put more data on a disc now.
No, I'm saying cheaper for us to buy.
Oh,
Since they're doing it, it's going to be cheaper.
I got my copy of 7 Greatest Hits version for $20, so I'm good with that.
You saw all my Final Fantasy PS1s and
I saw that. I saw all that.
that.
I still need to beat Legend of Dragoon. That thing's hard as shit.
Final Fantasy 4? The best.
I like Final Fantasy IV's world. What really gets me into Final Fantasy games
I
is
hate more though.
we talk about Final Fantasy a lot. Every episode we have brought it up, and there's a reason for it.
Because it's so good.
To me, first off, I think the reason Final Fantasy VII is so popular with people isn't because of just Final Fantasy VII. It's because
Sephiroth.
you have Dirge of Cerberus,
Which is Sephiroth.
okay, it was because Sephiroth's the favorite.
Don't lie. It's because of Sephiroth.
Zach's my favorite character from Crisis Core.
That's my girlfriend's favorite. Like,
But
I remember when she's like she was playing it, and then she showed me like
don't spoil it, but the ending was
the end. Yeah, when she was playing the ending. When she was playing the ending, I was like, "Are you crying while playing this game?"
legit, man.
I was like, "Why are you crying? It's just a game." Like, it's very emotional.
it's
I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
and legit, the ending's kind of like it's kind of like
exactly his life.
it was kind of like Halo Reach, where you're fighting and you just keep fighting
and
until
endless
you die.
fighting, and it's not even until he dies, but like endless fighting until you get the damn cutscene.
Well, yeah, and
When you die.
but
We all know Zach's gonna die in the game.
well, yeah, you know that story from playing the original Final Fantasy VII.
Unless you're like 8
So,
years old, 7 years old.
What
you
makes
know
Final
that.
Fantasy VII so great is it's got a world. It's got Dirge of Cerberus. It's got Crisis Core. It's got Advent Children. It's got the regular game. It had the phone games before phone games were really big, which I can't remember the names.
Oh,
of
the
them.
one where you get to play as all the Turks.
Yeah, I actually think that's what it's called. Was Turks?
No, it was like something Turks.
Was it?
It's like something Turks. I remember researching it. I was like, oh, they got a name for Final Fantasy on the phone. Checked it out. Oh, it was only in Japan. Fuck that.
Yeah, like we weren't able to get it.
Like it wasn't on like smartphones. It was on a legit
And,
flip phone.
and you know what's crazy? I really thought that would be something that they would remaster and put out with all this Final Fantasy VII stuff because it's a cell phone game.
I figured they would
be
put it
hard.
on. I figured they would put it on the 3DS.
Yeah, like just remaster it or put it back on
The phone
on
the App Store.
maybe do it as a add-on with Final Fantasy VII. If you buy the remaster, get like all the other material, like because there's so much room on a Blu-ray disc.
Yeah,
You know, Final Fantasy IV. What I really like about it is you have the Final Fantasy Prologue, which is before Final Fantasy IV, before the game. You have Final Fantasy IV, and then you have Final Fantasy IV: The After Years.
I didn't play the After Years at all. I did not get a chance to. Because I totally forgot about that.
It was really it's fun. It's the children having their own adventure. So
I played Golden Sun and Golden Sun after, and then the second Golden Sun.
The Golden Sun's a really good series. But a little bit more on the news for you Pokemon fans, and this just made me shit my britches because I don't get it. I just there's rumors of a live action Detective Pikachu movie.
Yay!
Live action, folks.
Sugoi!
Yeah, isn't there like that thing with the actual video game Sun and Moon? Like Vulpix can be ice type now.
Oh yeah, they have
Yeah, and Exeggutor has a long neck and he's part dragon.
yeah.
Did that update come out yet?
Yeah.
And they renamed a lot of the Pokemon as well.
Well, they renamed.
I don't know why they had to rename them.
Yeah, they renamed a few.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know about the whole Vulpix thing being like ice. I'm like, really?
My flames are so hot it's cold or something.
My flames are so hot.
Or no, so cold it's hot. That's
so
what
cold
it
it's
was.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It burns.
and my Sandshrew became ice.
Yeah, he's ice
It became
steel.
ice steel. It's like, wow, fire's gonna fuck
This
you over.
punch is gonna screw you up, dude.
Mach punch too strong.
Yeah.
Oh man, this episode isn't going to be as short as I thought.
No, man,
No,
we're actually
way
too much.
Yeah,
fun.
we're doing really. Yeah. This is going to be nerd approved for anyone who is a Firefly fan.
Dragon.
If you are a Firefly fan, it's considered to be Nathan Fillion's best TV show. I actually like Castle better, but it was a space sci-fi show. And if you play games like Magic, there's actually now a new Firefly deck building game that's going to be coming out in August. So,
it's
well,
like
in
Tamakuda
this
then.
month. This month. Because today's August 1st, right?
Yeah.
So yes, it's
Stress free.
Legendary Encounters is releasing it, and you'll be able to play characters like Kaylee and Zoe, so you're the main characters. Each player selects an avatar from 5 main characters and 4 supporting characters, which means all 9 crew members are represented. And the gamer in a game with fewer than 5 players, additional avatars are selected until the total count, including players, is 5. Each character has their own talent and flaw. For example, Mal's flaw is that he's antagonistic. Obviously, he always starts shit. If you know the show, he's a hilarious character. But if you like Magic, if you like stuff like that, you're into card building games, as Lester is, and you're also a Firefly fan. Firefox.
Are you promoting Mozilla Firefox now?
Sucks, no.
I like Firefox better than that freaking Microsoft Edge shit.
Oh yeah, is that what your Explorer's called now?
It's Edge now instead of Explorer. There's the only fucking Edge is. Never mind. I'm not going to be too rude about it. So 2 more kind of nerd TV shows that I'll touch on, and then we'll just probably talk a little bit more. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Actually has a new director. Jason O'Mara is taking over. A lot of people have complained about it because they don't believe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has done a very good job of using the Secret Warriors, such as, well, actually they just killed off one of the Secret Warriors, but I don't want to spoil who it is. And hopefully it's going to take it in the direction of the, I just brain farted. What are they called? Inhumans. It's going to actually take it into the direction.
Mutants, but sure.
Take it into the direction of the Inhumans, which has like Black Bolt, which Vin Diesel is actually rumored to play in the Inhumans movie. If it ever happens, it's been cut and uncut, and it's coming back, and it's not coming back. So
it's on and off.
Yeah, it's. I really think the best thing to do with Inhumans at this point would just kind of let it play into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then see how the popularity of it goes. Just to kind of give you an idea, Jason O'Mara has joined the cast of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. So everybody thought it was going to be what's her name?
Scarlett Johansson.
No.
I'd be totally cool with Scarlett Johansson.
This became part of a TV series. Hell yeah. The only reason why I watch.
Probably make bank.
You make way more bank. Each 5 seconds of her, that's bank.
Well, obviously Coulson is no longer the director. He decided himself not to do it. and he was partnering up with. God dang! I know all these names all the time. It's really
You're
bothering
having
me.
too many brain farts right now.
All right, it's
It's the sickness.
getting old. But Agent May is what I was thinking of. Agent May was. I really thought she was going to take over as director because I think at one point at the end of last season they said we better ask the director, and it was Agent May. So, but Jason O'Mara played in Terra Nova, which was a spectacular series, and it's actually on. It was only one season, and it was because CGI was too much. Have you ever heard of the show Primeval? It's about the dinosaurs, and they kind of do a little bit of time travel and
Primeval? Do you mean
not the video game.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I know the game, not the series.
It's actually a TV series, and so it's about the dinosaurs. It's about dinosaurs and stuff like that. But Terra Nova is the Earth has. Have you watched CW's 100 yet? Like I told you to watch.
No.
Because it's on Netflix, so you can watch the first season.
No.
Have you watched the 100?
No.
Okay. So first I'll tell you about Terra Nova, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit more about the 100.
Am I gonna educate us in
Yes.
100?
So Terra Nova was the Earth was killing itself because it was tired of us humans fucking shit up like we always do. So
hilarious.
they find a way to go back in time. They send certain people back to build up structures against these, primitive, giant fucking dinosaurs. And obviously, it wasn't based off fact. There is no idea if still to this day, nobody knows the true color of what a T-Rex would be, or how our ancient humans really look. It's all based off bone structure and stuff, and we pretend like we know what we're doing. But anyway, sends them back. They're trying to build it all up, and it was very expensive CGI because of the monsters. And
I would assume so.
And it was actually voted very high, Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. And then he was also in. I'm trying to think of you guys probably wouldn't watch this one, but it was like a chick show. Good Wife. It was called Good Wife, and it was like a suspense thriller TV show.
I think I heard of it.
Sounds like a
It's
serial killer show. I don't know why, it just kind of does.
It kind of does make me think of that, but it's like a suspense thriller, and it's like
I am the best wife.
It kind of reminded me of Scandal, only without the president. Do you guys know the show Scandal?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. So at least you guys have heard of that one. So you guys don't watch much TV then, like you guys.
My mom takes over the TV. So I don't have
My
time.
parents usually watch it, but like sometimes my mom will watch something and she's like, "You should watch this." I'm like, "Okay."
See, it really surprised me that you guys didn't get into like Flash and Arrow.
He's in the Flash.
I was in the first 2 seasons of Flash, like the first half of the second season, and then what happened was they kind of like messed it up, in my opinion. Like, spoilers. Professor, have you seen it? Yeah, Professor Zoom
Did you
turned out.
see this face?
Yeah, Professor Zoom turned out to be the original Flash. If you read the comics,
Well, he's Hunter Zolomon.
Huh?
Oh, you're talking about.
he was the first ever Flash. It
Yeah,
turned out
yeah,
to be Professor
yeah.
Zoom turns to be first
Yeah,
ever Flash. But if you read the comics, Reverse Flash is Professor Zoom.
Right.
That's the comics, but it just changed a lot of it, and I don't know, it just kind of bugged me a bit. I was
Dude,
like, really?
but you missed. If you stopped watching it, did you go ahead and
stopped
finish the
watching it a
second
little bit
season?
after that.
Dude, it gets into it, and season 3, Flashpoint.
Flashpoint Paradox?
He decided to go back. Spoiler alert. He decided to go back at the end. It's been over long enough that you should probably have heard. He went back and saved his mom.
Yeah. So now we're in Flashpoint.
He decided he was going to save his mom, and now, but because he's in the time stream, he remembers everything. But we finally get Wally West as Kid Flash. All right.
Is he like a quirky liner? Like he sends a little quirky liner?
It seems like it because just he kind of had a smile when he comes across Barry, and he has this. Oh, and they actually are making a new villain called Godspeed, which is rumored to be Severus Snape. Or not Severus Snape.
Oh, so he's
Fucking
God.
Malfoy, Draco Malfoy
Oh, yeah, he plays
Oh.
is going to be in the new season of they're going all out with this Flashpoint, and then the Black Racer is is rumored to be the new villain. Which my hope is with this Flashpoint paradox. Obviously, they're not going to stick with they're going to change it up. You have to. You can't do what everybody knows is going to happen. What I would like to see in this Flashpoint paradox is I want Black Racer to end up being Barry Allen. And so alternate reality Barry Allen, because of the time streams, him fucking that up with the Flashpoint paradox. It's a bad Barry Allen from a different reality, or from a different multiverse. And he ends up being the villain for the season. I'd love to see that.
Did you watch Arrow?
Yeah.
Do you like Arrow?
I actually, I think it's getting better. The first 2 seasons loved. I got really sick of the Olicity stuff. Season 3 didn't enjoy so much. And then last season, I actually ended up getting back into it. So
is it good once I get past Oliver Queen's not what I expect him to be? He's kind of like a Batman more than he is the Green Arrow.
Well, you're still going to get that because not too long ago, did you watch any of the Arrow?
I don't. I watched a couple episodes and I was like, he kind of just seems a little bit more like Bruce Wayne than Oliver Queen.
The reason they're doing that is because there's some rights issues for Batman on CW because Fox is the one that's got the rights to air Batman stuff. And because of that, which, by the way, they're trying to work on a deal with them to finally cross that over, which would be totally badass to see some Adam West or some shit. But no, they're in talks to cross that over. But
so they're thinking about doing a crossover for a few episodes then.
Well, I think with the multiverse is how they're going to try and do it. Mm-hmm. Kind of like with Supergirl. What was the question? What were we talking about before I got offhand? What
Arrow.
About Arrow. So, this new season, so he was stuck on this island for 5 years. That kind of how he started learning to become Arrow. He finally became Green Arrow last season. He's finally using the name Green Arrow. And they brought in the villain Vandal Savage, which I'm sure if you read comics,
he's immortal, right?
Yeah, he's been a villain for a lot of things. I really, really hope he shows up in the Wonder Woman film. I would love to see a Vandal Savage in Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman her film is taking place during World War One, because Steve Trevor was a pilot at World War One and stuff. So, but anyways, back to Arrow. Yes, it is definitely worth watching. It is on Netflix. I think you'll enjoy the first 2 seasons. You're going to rock right through that. But there is a scene, and I'm going to spoil it for you, that's pretty much straight from Chris Nolan's Batman, from Batman Begins. And it's Ra's al Ghul versus Oliver Queen. And he actually stabs Oliver Queen, and Oliver Queen dies, and they have to use a Lazarus pit to
bring him back.
Isn't the Lazarus pit evil in you though, or something like that?
Yeah,
which probably would explain why Oliver Queen's like that.
It causes issues, yes. Which, by the way, Constantine has officially been. He will be crossing over in several of the shows for CW, like League of Legends. He will reappear on the Arrow and Flash and Supergirl once Supergirl actually comes into the continuity, which I don't know how they're going to do that yet. I hope Flashpoint just makes it to where that part of the multiverse is what brings it all together. You actually don't look bored by this. Like last time we kind of talked about it, you looked kind of bored, but it almost seems like the more I'm talking about it, that you're it sounds interesting.
I'm processing all this right now, actually.
There's a lot to it, and the thing's gonna be hard for you to catch. Hold on, I totally
blanked.
Didn't do anything about CW's the 100. So Terra Nova, I told you they went back in time. They wanted to bring all these people back so they could, people didn't just die because the Earth falling apart. The 100. Same thing, pretty much. Only it was nuclear fallout. Everybody decides to nuke each other. The world's dying. They send people into space on these
ships.
Pods, like giant arcs. I think they're even called arcs, if I remember correctly. That might be from 2012. I might be mixing it up with that movie 2012. But whatever the case, it's a big giant spaceship. And they've been living up there so long. And at some point, they were having to come back to Earth because obviously they're going to run out of oxygen and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, it ends up what they decided to do, because it's happening faster than they thought. It's been 100 years. They decide to send 100 juvenile delinquents and criminals to Earth to see if it's sustainable. Come to find out, it is sustainable to them, and now they're fighting with. Come to find out, some humans did survive. Obviously, they have mutated traits and from the radiation and stuff, but Earth's become habitable again, and it's a kick-ass tribal. We have the people, the group of the 100 once they finally get to Earth, where they have that high-tech machinery, and then you find out there's this group that's in a bunker underneath the dam, so you always have fresh water, you always have food, you always have protection, and they're like, but the only problem is they didn't have any connection to the radiation, so they will die. Come to find out, the reason the 100 can survive is because all the solar radiation they received in space. It's a true thing, actually. Solar radiation, which your body can actually produce, come to find out, is people that have had solar radiation that come across actual radiation. The Russians actually checked this when they were doing stuff with Chernobyl. Is they had some of their space people, and they noticed that when they were testing or stuff about it afterwards, the cleanup and stuff was easier for astronauts that had spent several time in like the space station, the Russian space station, whatever the fucking name is called.
Something Russian, right?
So see, when we talk nerd talk, we're talking science, history. We're talking TV shows. We're talking everything. We're going to yes, and we're going to get Seth involved more. He was a great. I mean, I appreciate you being on the show. Like, you definitely brought a lot. One of the things, like I talked about earlier, Callista Flockhart has signed on just to be a like reoccurring guest cast member on Supergirl rather than being every episode. Makes me really sad. And also, it's rumored that Diggle from Arrow is finally getting a new helmet, so he doesn't look like Magneto anymore. It's actually going to be a...
it's a used spare Magneto helmet.
Like, have you seen it before, the Magneto, his helmet?
I've seen pictures of it.
Yeah. It definitely looks like the Magneto helmet from the movie.
It's a spare Magneto helmet.
And it's so funny.
And they just recolored it.
And David Ramsey, who actually plays Diggle, was at a Comic-Con, and he said, believe me, guys, you guys can stop calling me the Black Magneto, or the Black Nito, I think that's what he called it. He said, I don't have to be called Black Nito anymore. So they're changing out his mask, which is welcome news to the world of Arrow. So we spent a little bit of time on that. There are some spoilers Easter eggs and the trailer to Justice League. I recommend you to go ahead, watch that. Come back with me. Tell me what spoilers you see. We're not going to tell you. I don't know if you guys really paid much attention to it, but watch it to the Justice League preview, the one that just came out from Comic-Con.
Did we just watch that?
Yes. But did you pay really close attention to it?
I was actually trying to grab as much information as I could.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in it. If you don't read the comic books, or if you don't know a lot about like Steppenwolf and stuff, or who's actually related to Darkseid, a lot of people are mistaken. They say that he's Darkseid's general. They actually don't like each other. So, but I know that just because I'm a huge, obviously, I'm more of a DC guy than Marvel, but I love Marvel too. I like DC's grittier. That's the man right there. Seriously, The Flash and Aquaman and Superman are my 3 all-time favorites.
Yeah, Superman.
Yeah, like, isn't that
he has land, water, and air. He's covered.
See, it's funny because he covers Daredevil.
It's not even Daredevil. That's Deadpool.
Or Deadpool, I mean, yeah. But, man, I shouldn't do this when I'm sick. Like, I've said a lot of wrong stuff, but, like, you guys haven't really gotten to see that, but it's pretty badass. And I'll show you the new Batman 1, 2.
Yeah.
But, like, these were freaking only $5 at Walmart, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Only
dead
$5.
seriously. And they had some
Sponsor.
before. I don't want my wife to get mad at me, but they have some Marvel ones that I'm gonna go back and get, and they have a Wonder Woman one that's $19. That's actually a bigger size one. So once we after Suicide Squad's actually released, we're
This Friday.
cannot wait. I'm so stoked.
Probably watch Saturday. I think I close that.
I close Friday, so I can't watch it Friday. I need to look and see if there's a Thursday release. I may go to that madness, pre-buy my ticket, and go to that madness. But,
oh God.
when it comes to DC movies, man,
Yeah, I know.
I'm a first night guy, except for Batman vs Superman because I was in the hospital, so it actually took me 2 weeks. By the way, guys, I will be here in a couple weeks. I will be doing the filming and setting up the computer and stuff, but Lester and hopefully Daniel and Seth will be here. I'm gonna have to sit out for probably a couple episodes because I'm getting bone graft from my shin. They got to take some bone out. They got to take the screw out of my ankle.
Don't go too high. Oh God.
Put the bone graft in to where the old screw was. Reopen it all up and then put 2 new screws in, and then put the bone graft to fill in the hole. So.
So do we have access to get into your home, or are you gonna be like laying in bed?
No, I'll be in here in my little scooter around, and I'll kind of like be behind the scenes, maybe feeding you guys some info to kind of talk about. And, I'm hoping by that point, once
you'll be the teleprompter.
Yeah.
Hey, you. Lester. Tell me that one thing.
Smile more, you jackass. Like,
I'm smiling. What else do you want me to do?
But I think by that point, I'm really hoping, since my wife, I'm to have her spend more time on this. Since she finally comes back home from deployment. Legally, I can't tell you the exact date, but it's very soon. I cannot wait. It's been 7 months.
August 19th.
No, it's before that. So, but it's been 7 months since I've seen my wife, so I'm pretty stoked for that. But she's been very supportive of this, and I hope if she watches it and enjoys it,
sounds like a really big shout out.
We can get a new webcam and really improve it, because I think I'm actually going to be able to get her to come on some episodes and stuff, and maybe because she does like some nerd culture stuff and she watches TV, and I think it'd be nice to get a girl's point of view every once in a while, you know. Because girls, the nerd culture for girls is growing, man.
It's actually bigger than I thought it is.
It's
actually way bigger than I thought.
And guys, please do me a favor. When you play chicks on Overwatch or whatever, and they're beating your ass, accept it. They're just as good as us at fucking gaming, and if not better.
You're way better.
And
my sister beats my ass in Call of Duty, and I don't even play it.
Stop assuming they're overweight, fat, or they're super skinny, big boobed, sexy. It doesn't fucking matter, guys. We're all gamers. We all love to do it. That's my public service announcement. I'm Kevin.
Lester.
Seth.
We out.